Good morning guys and welcome to today's video on volumes of 3D shapes, part 1 out of 4 series. So there'll be 3 more lessons on this after today's lesson. Right guys, this video was recorded on Monday the 27th of July 2020. Right guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Abdallah W and I'm a private maths tutor and a recently qualified maths teacher for secondary and primary. I make videos for all different levels of maths ranging from Key Stage 1 right up until A-level maths and further maths, as well as a bit of undergraduate degree level maths, yeah, and also masters level maths. Okay, please do subscribe to my channel if you're new, and drop the video a like and turn on post notifications by pressing the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Okay, because it would really help me out, guys. Okay, but let's get in like to today's lesson. Okay. Right guys, so these are objectives for today's lesson. So to introduce looking at volume of 3D shapes, case of grade 4, 5, to understand what is meant by volume, and to find volumes of cubes, and cuboids, like grade 4, 5 actually, on the GCSE 9 to 1 curriculum. Okay, so that is the plan here for today's lesson. Okay. Right, guys, a little recap here for like today's lesson, previous lesson actually. So in the last 2 lessons, we were looking at 3 lessons. Sorry, we were looking at Venn diagrams. Okay, so Venn diagrams are ways to express 2 or more events. Okay, in this like form actually. Okay, so this is what I call like event A, and then event B, and then I've got this set E, or epsilon that I put on my whiteboard actually. Okay, so epsilon E. Okay, 2 points to mention, guys. Okay, so where they intersect, which is this part here, okay, that's the probability of A and B. Okay, so if it's intersection, it's going to be A and B. Okay, so and then if it's both, so if it's A or B, okay, it would be A union B. So that would be shading both circles. So that's the intersection, which is A and B. That's the union. Okay, and then everything else here. So if it's outside the circle, it's neither A or B. Okay, so so this is the set E. Okay, so the set E is everything. Obviously, so the box and also the circles. Okay, so that's like a little summary on this guys. If you want more information, then I would advise to check out obviously the previous videos that I filmed yesterday and on Saturday and on Friday as well. Actually, it will tell you more information about Venn diagrams and how we use it to answer like probability based questions. Okay, so that would be my advice for that. And also check out Corbett Maths and Maths Watch like worksheets because there are plenty of questions out there for you guys to actually practice. Okay, but let's get on with today's video. Right, guys. Okay, so today's video. Okay, so volumes of 3D shapes. Okay, so 3D shape actually, obviously, is an object that essentially that I can hold. Okay, so so it has like multiple faces. Okay, and a cube actually, a cube is a 3D squared. Okay, so a cube is a 3D squared, and a cuboid is a 3D rectangle. Okay, now a few key bits that I want to mention actually. So volume, guys, volume is the amount that you have inside something. So let's just take like a nice example actually, like a nice and basic example actually. Let's say that we have like a swimming pool and we fill the swimming pool actually obviously with water and obviously chlorine. Okay, the amount of water that I fill will depend on how much obviously how big like essentially my like square feet that I have actually, so like how big obviously of like a hole that I've actually dug depending on obviously what shape the pool is going to be whether it's circular or rectangular or like a mixture of like different like different shapes. Okay, so volume is the amount that you can put in actually. Okay, so another example actually is obviously like milk. So obviously we have like milk and like cartons actually, so like cartons or we have like jugs of like milk. Okay, like that actually. And then also and another example is if you think about like cereal. Okay, if you look at cereal actually, obviously cereal is like how much you can package in actually. So volume, volume means the amount the you can put into like a set either container or as like a set amount essentially. Okay, so that's like a little overview on that. Okay, um oh, not sure what happened there. Okay, So yeah, sorry. Yeah, so this is what I call a cube. Okay, so a cube in 3D shape actually. So to work out the volume, okay, it's the length, which is this here, times the width, yeah, times the height. So it's the length, width, and height. Okay. So rules of cube. Length is equal to width, which is equal to height. Okay. So that is how I would do, yeah, that, okay? So to work out the volume, it would be, yeah, length times width times height, okay? So that's to work out the volume, actually, okay? Right, guys, okay, example 2, okay, volume. Okay, so volume of a cube is length times width times height. So V is equal to L cubed HD. The reason why I've put cubed HD is because the length, width, and height are essentially actually the same actually for this particular case, okay? So that is how I would actually work out actually. Okay, yeah. So so the length of two actually. So length of two means that I'm gonna have so it's 2 here. So it's gonna be 2, 2, and 2. Okay, I forgot to put units actually. We're gonna put centimeters there. So centimeters there. Okay, centimeters there, and then centimeters there. Okay, so it will be volume is equal to V is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, which gives us 8 centimeters cubed. Okay, so a key note, guys, that volume is always, obviously like units cubed. Okay, so it's always 8, and not always, sorry, it's always either centimeters cubed or meters cubed or millimeters cubed, depending on the nature of the question, that you have. Okay, so that's actually that part there. Right, guys, example 3. Okay, find the volume, of a cube actually. Okay, so a cuboid is a 3D rectangle. So this is what a cuboid looks like. So cuboid, height, length, and depth. Okay, so depth is also known as width actually. So width or depth is the same thing. Okay, so again, the volume is length times width times height. Okay, so again, obviously here, a it will not be cube actually because the length and the width and the height actually are not actually the same actually. Yeah, so you would actually be multiplying different numbers here. Okay, so only when it's a cube actually. So a cube, sorry, is when I have the power of 3 because the height and width and the volume are the same actually, but not for a cube actually. Yeah, essentially. Okay, so for the example actually, okay, so find the volume of this cuboid with length 5, height of 4, and width of 3. Okay, so it will be volume is length times width times height. Okay, so remember this here. So 5 times 4 times 3. So 5 times 4 is 20 times 3 is equal to 60. So 60 centimeters cubed. So that is my answer, guys. So remember the formula actually. So it might be worth actually writing like a cue card, obviously for this formula. Okay, to remember, this. Okay, right, guys. Fifth example, actually. Okay, so let's say I have this shape. Okay, so I'm given the volume of this shape actually to be 125 centimeters cubed. Find the length. Okay, now here actually, obviously, he actually requires our knowledge here of cube numbers actually. So I'm not given a height, a length here, or a width. So I know, okay, from that, that my answer has to be a cube, okay, because I'm not given a length, a height, or width actually. So I am under the assumption, okay, that it's a cube, okay. So a little note guys here. So if you're not given any information here other than the volume, okay, then you will assume actually it's a cube actually. So L cube actually is equal to 125. Okay, so the volume is equal to 125 um centimeters cubed. Okay, so to find the length, it's the cube root of that, which is equal to 5. Okay, so again, it is knowing our knowledge here of cube numbers here. So cube numbers 5 times 5 times 5 gives us a volume which is 125 actually for the answer. Okay, so that's like a little way actually to actually check. So length is 5, height is 5, and width is 5. So it's so the shape is a cube. Okay, for that one, guys. Okay, so it's a cube. Here we go. Yep. Okay, right. Last example actually. So let's see. Okay, sixth example actually. Given that the volume of the cube actually is 15 centimeters cubed, 15 meters cubed actually, we are told that the length is 1, the width is 3 to find the height. Okay, so again actually, so it's rearranging formulas. So V is equal to L times W times H. Okay, so we're going to work out what H is. We're given what, so we've got 15. is equal to 3 times 1 times h. So rearranging this, I get h is equal to 15 divided by 3, which gives me 5. Okay? So the answer is 5 meters. Okay, so this again, yeah. So this topic here or this question, yeah, obviously requires our knowledge here of like rearranging formulas. So V, yeah, is equal to LWH. Okay, so to get H on its own, actually, I would divide both sides by LW. So V divided by length times width will give us the height. Okay, and then conversely, yeah, and then obviously if you want the width, you would divide by LH. If you want the length, you would divide by WH, yeah, and so on and so forth, actually, yeah, essentially. Okay. So that is how I would do that actually. Okay, so I hope that actually made sense, guys. Yeah, obviously any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section. Yeah, I hope it actually made sense, guys. Yeah, and yeah, any questions, any problems or any queries, yeah, feel free to put it in the comment section, guys. Okay. Right, guys, end the lesson. Okay, yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Actually, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we've just hit 180 subscribers. Actually, so I'm super actually grateful. Actually, so thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed. Actually, so please do subscribe if you're new, and drop it a like. Actually, and press the bell icon so you guys can be notified of when my uploads are. And please do feel free to obviously share my videos around actually with anyone that actually might find it useful, and comment below any topics that you would like me to cover during the course of this summer actually. Okay. Yeah, right, guys. Yeah, stay safe actually, and I hope you're all well actually. Yeah, and I've put on there actually, that gyms have reopened actually as of the 25th of July, so on Saturday. Okay, yeah. So hopefully I'll be starting the gym actually because I want to start doing a bit more activity here from obviously for my obviously to like make sure that my health actually is good actually, yeah, and it's important to obviously exercise regularly. So it was like a little note actually to put out. So yeah, so I always encourage you guys to always like exercise, yeah, obviously when you can, especially obviously during this post lockdown life now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then lastly, so they are my cube numbers, guys. Yeah, so cube numbers, yeah. So hope, yeah. So obviously, yeah. So write this down, actually, yeah. So like write it down, actually, yeah. And then check out questions on Cuboid maths, actually, yeah, to try questions, for like volumes, yeah, of 3D shapes. Okay. Next lesson, we're gonna look at hopefully volumes, yeah, of like spheres, and then like pyramids, yeah, and then hopefully like cylinders, yeah, and then we'll do like each subsection, yeah, for each part of the topic, actually, yeah. So you guys can be happy, and then we're going to start looking at obviously surface area after that. Okay, right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I hope you're all well actually. Okay, happy Monday. Bye now.